pretty though. Look at the view. Yeah, I'll get out of it. Is that pretty or what? You don't get these views very often. Anyway, thought I'd work on a video about turning my fat bike into more of a trekking bike for the winter, and that way I don't have to carry a pack and I can put a little more weight in the frame bag and relocate the water bottles, and I'll do some reviews on those too. So just thought I would show you guys this, and then show you my bike real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here because the wind's cold. I know it's not in a pretty bike stand or looking good, but it's used. Look at the view. There's the difference. Anyway, I got a Moose Trex frame bag. I'm gonna put in the center of the frame, and it should take most of that up. So I'm gonna relocate my water bottles, one to my seat post and one onto my handlebars. What this is on is a 2018 Trek Farley 7. It's got the suspension, 27.5 tires, 4.5 inch wide. It does pretty good in the snow, but boy, you got to work at it. So anyway, wind's coming up. I'm going to get out of here. For the winter time, I'm going to use it more for trekking, and I don't like carrying backpacks because they hurt my shoulders. So I'm going to put in a frame bag and then relocate the water bottles, and maybe relocate the air pump. We'll have to see what we can do. So that'll free that up to carry stuff, plus save my back and my shoulders. So I ordered a few things, and we'll see what we got here. So for in the frame, I got a Moose Trex frame bag. It's a lot cheaper than most. It's like 45, 50 bucks, I think. I got it on Amazon, and it's a full frame bag, and feels pretty good. It's a little bit light, but I'm used to motorcycle stuff too, so I like everything in leather. Now I'm trying to save weight, but it's got several spots to Velcro, and it's got a pretty sturdy zipper, and I just held it up to the frame. It looks like it's going to fit pretty good, so I think this one's going to work, and then that'll allow me to put my gloves and windbreaker and maybe a jacket and a hat in there, and keep that off my back, and then just carry light stuff in the backpack. For water bottle holders, I found these. They are, I can't pronounce that, Crobotech bicycle water bottle mounts. They're supposed to be able to fit on like your seat post or on your handlebar, so we're going to put those on. We got 2 of them, and then that way we'll cover our 2 water bottles still. I usually carry one for me and one for my puppy dog, Daisy. So we're going to get to work, take the water bottle holders off. Probably have to take this off or change these zip ties. If you're wondering, it's aluminum frame, so I don't worry about it, but I put this here for when it sits on the tailgate of my truck. It's just a little extra padding just so it doesn't scuff the paint. It won't hurt the aluminum, but I don't want the paint scuff, so I put that there. But I think it's going to have to go, or we're going to at least have to figure out how to turn these sharp edges. Probably have to cut it. So then we're going to put 1 water bottle probably here, and then we'll put 1 water bottle right here on the seat post, and then put the frame bag, and that'll free up a lot of room and allow me to carry more weight on the bike versus me. Well, I pulled one out. This is the water bottle holder. I pulled it out, and it's actually pretty stout. I mean, it's pretty heavy aluminum, it feels like, so I think it ought to be okay. It doesn't look like any of the screws have any Loctite on them, so I'm definitely going to go get Loctite and get them put on right. And then there's extra bushings, so you can choose what size you need for your mount. But I'm actually impressed. I think as long as you don't get too carried away and over tighten it, I don't think it'll rip out or anything. So I think these are pretty good mounts. I was kind of worried when it says made in China, but then have you ever looked where the frames of your $10,000 mountain bikes are made? Taiwan, Vietnam, Cambodia. I don't really have a problem with that, but if I'm going to pay that much money for a bike made in America, I wish it was. So, well, what should have been 20 minutes turned into about an hour job, but that's all right, maybe even a little more. But we got the Moose Trex frame bag. It fits nicely in there. The only thing I'm worried about is there is a little clearance issue down there if we get real muddy. We'll just have to play it by ear. Got the water bottle between the legs on the seat post. That's where I'll carry Daisy's water because I don't access it unless I'm stopped. And then I mounted my water bottle backwards, kind of in line with the stem, because that seems to be out of the way of everything the best. So we'll see. We'll give it a trial run tomorrow, and we'll do a little video while we're going and see how it is and put it together, and hopefully it'll work. But I can fit a lot of stuff into that. So we'll see what happens. And these are sturdy, man. I mean, they are really stout. For being Chinese and just aluminum, they are really stout. So it'll be kind of cool to see. I think it looks nice though. It looks cool. Looks tough. Looks like it's ready to go on an adventure. There we go. Can you see that? All these rock formations. And you got the town of Del Norte back there. It's pretty. You'll probably see this a bunch more because it's one of my favorite places to ride. So anyway, now back to the bike. Okay, so we put the Moose Trex frame bag, and it really fit nice. Kind of a pain in the rear to put on. If you're going to do it right, strip the bike down, get rid of the rear tire and put it on right, and then you don't just put it on once. It's kind of a fitment thing. I noticed I put a lot of tension on these straps, so sorry, there's sweat hitting my camera. I was riding real hard, so you got to kind of make it fit good. But I like it so far. The zipper a little iffy. The frame material is pretty soft, so I think you're gonna have to be careful of the zipper, and if it's really cold, be a little delicate. I just went and punished my bike as hard as I could, rocks and drops and stuff, and I probably won't ride it like that for the rest of the summer. But these things, they're freaking stout, man. This is what came off the bike, just a plastic Bontrager deal. These are stout. I adjusted them and Loctited them. I don't know if I really like where they are. If I was gonna ride hard, like aggressive, I think I would have to figure out somewhere else. The problem is fat tires throw so much mud. If you put it back here, then I can't carry my spare tire and my multi-tool, and plus you just cake it with mud. I'm already worried about these two straps here. I could put another bottle up here, but if I'm trekking, I'd eventually like to put a headlight there or my GoPro mount. I did make sure there was clearance because this is a specialized chain breaker tool in there that I can pull the water bottle when there's clearance, so that I can get to it and my head tube, whatever, tired. So anyway, and then I've already banged off this 2 or 3 times with my stomach. So, but I was really grinding. I wanted to see how this stuff would hold up. Man, I rode about 5 miles and it took a beating, and man, it's tight. So I like the construction of it and the material. And I think just for cruising and riding with my buddies, you know, kind of a trekking bike in this winter, pretty soon we're not gonna be able to do a lot of this hard stuff. So we're just gonna be stuck to cruising, and I think then it'll work pretty good. This kind of rubs between my legs. If I was riding with shorts on, I'm gonna have to do something this summer, or maybe we'll see with shorts on. Maybe I won't notice it. And when I'm really grinding and not thinking about it, I don't even notice it. And then when I'm riding, I'm like, oh my god, that's hitting my legs. That's just unacceptable, you know. But I think a lot of it's just mental too. I mean, shoot, it's winter. I'm riding in wool socks, hiking boots, and jeans. So I mean, we're not going for like ultra fast or ultra tight. So, but anyway, I'll do like a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 1-year review. Or if I take it off, I'll tell you why. But